This is not an ordinary picture frame. It is an ever-changing gallery of my kids' artwork, powered by the Raspberry Pi and an e-ink display. And the best part? This is a smart display, where I built a simple web interface so I can upload photos straight from my computer, or even my phone. Plus, there are a few different modes to keep things interesting. As for the reason why I want to do this project, is if you have kids, you know the struggle. They make arts. A lot of art. As much as I love every masterpiece, I just don't have the heart to throw them away. And they quickly just starting to pile up over time. I even bought one of those fancy picture frames that store multiple pieces, but eventually it fills up. And also for these picture frames, I have to swap them out manually, and let's be honest, no one has time for that. Then one day, while I was doom scrolling YouTube, I came across a project called InkyPi by AKC Dev. And then my eyes lit up. This was it. This was my solution. So naturally, I ordered all the parts online immediately. A few days later, everything arrived. And what makes the project interesting for me was the e-ink display. Unlike a regular screen, once an image is on the e-ink display, it stays there even with no power, and I find that super fascinating. Now, let's get to work. First, I mounted the Raspberry Pi to the back of the e-ink display. Then I traced out a hole of the picture frame to make space for the electronics. Then I struggled to cut a hole in the back with my very dull X-Acto knife. It makes me wonder I should really invest in better tools. Then I pop out the back cover and then do a quick test fit to make sure everything fits just perfectly. And thank God that it did. Now with the easy part out of the way, now the real challenge begins. Now, I could have just used the InkyPi software, but where's the fun in that? I wanted to experiment and learn, so roll up my sleeve and build my own user interface. A few hours of coding later, I had a simple web UI to allow me to upload and delete images. In addition, I can specify whether to upload the image as a photo or into the art folder. Then, I can select which mode to display in the settings page. In addition with other settings such as adjusting contrast, saturation, and the interval to update the display. And because the UI is a web interface, then I can access it on my phone through Safari. And here, I'm doing a test around uploading images from my phone's photo gallery. And just like that, it's working. Here's me cycling through some photos as tests to make sure everything is working properly. I love the grainy texture look of the e-ink display. It gives the photo a printed, almost classic look, making them feel like a real picture rather than just another digital screen. But then, I noticed something. The bezels on the picture frame were too thick. It's cutting off part of the images. As you see here, my son's head is cut off. Well, some people might let this go, but I couldn't. The e-ink pixels are expensive, and I have to maximize them. Now I could have just grabbed a knife or scissors to cut the bezel of the existing picture frame larger, but then you saw how much I struggled cutting the back of the picture frame earlier with my dull knife. So, naturally, I designed and 3D printed a new bezel that perfectly fits the display. A quick test fit to make sure everything lines up properly. Nice, everything worked out great. And now that my OCD is satisfied, I'm getting back to the real reason why I built this project, is to display my kids' art. So I took photo of their masterpieces and upped them to the frame. And just like that, the project is finished. And let's take a closer look. that is how I made an e-ink digital art gallery. I do plan to add to this project over time, like a better user interface and ability to connect with Spotify. Lastly, I want to give another shout out to AKC Dev for creating InkyPy that inspired this build. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next side quest. Bye!